right, hello pile number one. You have the Ace of Diamonds here, and in this Witch Solitaire card deck, it is the number 9. The birds signify dire misfortune and fierce enemies when near. If far away from the person, a chance to avert the evil spell. So this has me feeling as if there are people surrounding you that may not wish this relationship well. I'm just getting a sense of like you two, if you stick together, you guys kind of have this feeling of we're in it together and we will get through this together. And if we stay close together, then we can avert this, these negative, wishful, that energy really can bog you down. And so you guys, as long as you have each other, I feel like you're able to fight this negativity. You're the birds, you're singing. Okay, so this over here. I'm going to be saving these for the end. So first off, we have your energy. The whale spirit, it is in reverse. Trust the great mystery in reverse. So this is your energy. I feel like you are very reluctant to trust spirit right now in this time, in this moment. Let's go ahead and read the protection message in this. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. This deck, I do leave all of my decks in the description if you are interested in any of them. I do update it if I get new ones. Okay, so certainty is not offered to you right now. You are being asked to trust the process of co-creation. Whale Spirit reminds you that primary reality is not that of material world, but that of the realm of spirit, from which your essence of your dreams and desires takes shape before arriving as a specific form. You must trust absolutely that what will come will be for the highest good. Stay in your present moment awareness and allow the hidden realms to hold your intentions safely until it is time for them to manifest in the realm of form. Let go, for you will not be left behind. Some things take longer than others to arrive. So I feel like you're being really impatient in this moment. Like maybe there's something, maybe like taking it to the next level of commitment for you guys has been really hard. It's just not really been coming to you at a speed that you'd like it, and so you're beginning to have doubts and you're not really trusting that, hey, the universe has your back here. The universe brought you together and there's got to be some kind of reason why. And if you're not just trusting the highest good, or trusting that it's going to end up that way, then of course you're going to end up manifesting the other path, or the other, the more negative one, because all you're thinking about is all these negative doubts and allowing them to come in. What you need to be doing is just trust and have this kind of, I want to say, like a smile of serendipity. I don't know why I heard it that way, but I'm going to say it. Sounds kind of cheesy, but it's like just like kind of allowing the random paths and things that the universe throws in your direction and just handling them well, because at the end of the day that you will be taken care of. That level of trust has to be there. So that's your current energy. Maybe something happened to make you a little cautious, make you a little bit weary of your partner, even, I'm hearing, because this is your energy. So but this is just your current energy. This isn't like how you feel towards them or anything like this. This is just how you are feeling right now in this current time. So it could even be work. Work could really be stressing you out, and you're not seeing the end of it. You're not really seeing the mystery that lies ahead, especially if you are able to turn that negative attitude into a more positive one. You will be shocked at how many blessings you begin to allow into your life just from having a different mindset. So yeah, and it's telling you to maybe allow yourself to dream a little bit, allow yourself to really first have them gather within your mind and within your the other realm it's speaking of, that spiritual realm. Like, allow them to form there, have the vision before you allow yourself to actually have these things physically. You can't just snap your finger and have things right then and there. It has to be a process of dreaming it, seeing it, allowing it, opening the door to allow it, giving yourself the tools, and then you start actually seeing it for real, and it's just having that goal, sticking with it. Okay, so this is their energy, your person's energy. Ooh, spirit or turtle spirit. Slow and steady wins the race. The first card was 65, which break it into 11, which break it into a 2, which is also like a very romantic, I would say, a romantic number. So yeah, maybe romance is just like kind of been dull lately. I'm not sure. Yeah, and then with turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. We got 62. Break it into an 8. For me, that's a very, I want to say like a powerhouse number. Look up 8 if you want to. I'm going to be giving you mixed messages on that one, and it's just going to be like a collection that I've come to gather. It's like, I believe 8 is like, to me, financial stability and like really being grounded. So turtle spirit, and it was in reverse, so this is their energy right now. Here, let's go ahead and give y'all the view. Very, similar colors. I'll just make sure. Just kind of in different placements. This person has more blue. I would say maybe this person could be dreamier. Maybe you're a little bit dreamier. A little bit more, I don't want to say more in tune to spirit, but let's go ahead and see what messages the protection message in this has. So pushing too hard or rushing to leave others in the dust is not the way of turtle spirit, even if it seems at times it is the way of the world. The comparisons, I'm hearing comparisons, like maybe this person does compare themselves to other people, so they're kind of impatient too. I'm getting just a huge impatience thing. Turtle spirit wants you to remember that you are a human being, not a human doing. In the protection position, turtle spirit is giving you the message that the best thing there is to do right now is to let go of the drive to compete or control or do more. Instead, simply be. As an old Norse saying goes, we do without doing and everything gets done. I really like that. We do without doing and everything gets done. And that's just coming back to trust. So you could be lacking trust here in this current energy. You could just be very impatient, both of you. It's really like a mirror thing. I am sensing a mirror thing here. I want to say this person could be younger than you, just because I'm seeing 6'5", 6'2", and like I'm just seeing, maybe you are a little further along in your like spiritual, or at least more comfortable with yourself, I guess. Like you can be a little more patient, even though you kind of are skeptical. So spirit conspires on your behalf, so slow to a crawl or even stop, releasing any fear that life is a race that you might be losing. Trust that peace, prosperity, love, and purpose are all yours to enjoy right now. Do not do, simply be. Okay, so I'm just getting a sense that this person is a busybody, like they don't like to be sitting still, or maybe even like I'm hearing they don't like to be sitting on the couch for a long time, or watching TV, I guess, like that, they feel the need to get up and go, because, but it's like an anxiety based, I'm feeling, this like, oh, I'm gonna lose the race. Oh, I'm gonna lose the race. I am actually seeing that damn white rabbit. I'm sorry. That white rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. I'm late. I'm late. Like that energy. Like really feeling that. And I just looked at the birds, and I'm also just like hearing these birds. I keep hearing these birds sing, and it's just like lovebirds. I'm hearing like you guys mirror each other, and that's what's kind of funny about this is like you're both impatient, you're both like not really trusting. I hear, I don't know. Spirit gets fires on your hat, so it's like, yeah, so it's like, it's just knowing, hey, like in the end, things will be okay, things will turn out, I feel like, the way you do want it to, but it's just having to really stop and slow down and maybe even face yourselves. Maybe it's like that's the reason why you guys get so impatient, is because you haven't really made the time to stop, look at yourself, look at who you are, really do that deep, deep digging of yourself. Okay? Okay, so let's keep on going. I don't want to go too crazy into that because we've got more about your energy here. Okay, so we've got 2 on the bottom. That is for you. And then 2 on this side. Uh-oh. And they're like stuck. These are awful cards, or at least like the shape. They're super long. They're very like, yeah. Like the texture, I honestly don't recommend them, but I wanted to use them today. I really wanted to. I'm feeling like these can be a little more descriptive on just like energies, because it only does the trump cards in the deck. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and pull. This is your energy, your current energy. Okay, we got the moon, and I actually peeked this one already. The Emperor. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm getting. Whew. So you could be a Cancer. You could also be a Leo, because he's actually a Leo, and I know the universe knows I know this. But as for the energies, the moon card is a Pisces card, and the Emperor is an Aries. So any of those energies, I'm getting a lot of water. Water and fire here, and this is in the show very, this is the main people, so I'm feeling like you're very on top of your shit, like you're very much like balanced in your both feminine and masculine energy. The moon, there could be some secrets going on in the background, or like I feel like you just don't like to show all of your cards. You really have a hard time with that. And then with the Emperor, you also have maybe a little bit of control issues, but I don't know, I'm feeling like it's not in a bad way. Like it's attractive, I'm hearing. It's very attractive. But while materialistically you could be doing well, it's just like trusting spirit. I feel like you are, like I said, on a path of spirituality already. Like you've already come to that realization. You've already decided, like, this is the path that you're taking. But it's just like trusting the mystery. It makes you nervous. It makes you very like want to go into your crab shell, want to jump into the ocean, swim away, fish. Yeah, I just keep hearing secrets. Like maybe there's something about this that like needs to be kept a secret. And it's also conflicting. So maybe it's like you go back and forth, I'm hearing. So like you'll get into your head, but then you'll remember like, oh, like this fiery energy, fire and water, like, like the fire comes up and the water puts it out, and then, you know, and then it just like, it's just some cycle of like off and on, and like completely different too. So for your person's energy, we have the Hanged Man and we have Death here. So in the actual show, this would be Capricorn energy, and then this would be Pisces energy. But the Hanged Man is indeed Pisces, Neptune energy. So this is a lot of Pisces, Neptune energy here. A lot of water. And then with Death, Capricorn, which is actually, oh wait, Death. Death is actually Scorpionic energy. Yes, Scorpio energy here. I'm sorry about that, it was linked. So we've got Scorpio and Capricorn. So very, I'm hearing fixed, very fixed, and then we have mutable energy. Right, so they could be like ending something, an end of a cycle. Maybe they're going through some kind of end of a cycle. It could be maybe changing jobs, maybe they are leaving something behind. With the Hanged Man, I feel like this is once again like the universe asking them to stop and listen to their intuition, to understand that there's no race. You know, the Hanged Man is based on a tale of Odin. He hung himself, I think, for 9 days. And he just sat. He didn't sit there. He hung there, upside down, and that way, I guess I think was more spiritually connected. You know, like he stopped. He was able to stop. And, you know, like I said, this person could be a busybody. So for them, this is very difficult to just stop. This is very hard for them to just let go. I'm hearing impatient, just really impatient. And so I feel like they do know this about themselves, because here, like, they're very much in tune. She usually has a mirror, you know, she usually is very knowing of themselves, very sure. So I feel like your person could be the same way. Like they know they're impatient, they know it, they see it, they feel it, and they're working on it. They want to go into this like still energy, and maybe that's what they're having to let go of, is letting go of that hair energy of I have to go. You know, I'm late for a very important date. Yeah, and so I just starting over somewhere. Maybe this is something new, or maybe it's like, I don't know why, like this is supposed to be couples, but like I said, you know, if you do have somebody you feel very strong to, I guess you could fit it in there. So I'm just feeling like it's like this could be really new, and this could just be like going really slow, and it's like you guys have to like learn how to trust each other and let go at the same time, and know that, you know, timing is going to come into play here. Divine timing, you know, spiritual timing, where it's just like everything works out in your favor because you trusted, because you have good karma, because you tuned into yourself and you allowed yourself to be yourself and to just be, as it said. Okay, so that my intention I had set was the position. Literally all I'm thinking of is the position on this card. This is the sexual tarot. But like I said, I mean, it could possibly be how you end up, but I feel like this is like kind of like a mutual favorite position, or something that could even make you think of them. Oh wow, they're alone. That's so disappointing. They're alone and they're looking at pictures. Okay, I get it. And look, the birds. Okay, so you have the birds, you have a flowers, socks. Huh. So it looks like somewhere secluded, like maybe near a lake or something. They have their socks. Maybe they stepped into the water for a bit. They have a scroll here. Maybe there's some kind of, I want to say, message. This is the Six of Cups, more water energy. And they're looking into this image of people kissing. So, you know, maybe this kind of position, what they're saying is, you guys think of each other even when you're apart. You know, you could please yourself possibly to, I'm hearing like, you know, videos, pictures. I don't even know if it's them. Like, you know, like I don't know why, but I'm seeing she's not even looking at the picture. She's just kind of like looking off. So it's like just getting into that energy, but then actually really just thinking of that person. I do kind of want to pull one more, like maybe just like more focused, because I do want to see like if there's a certain position, but that's what I'm getting for that one. It's just but you know, masturbation, they're just like thinking of you. They even maybe want to like send you a text whenever they do, just because like it was that good for them. Just yeah, thinking of you all the time. Maybe they send pictures. Yeah, like maybe you guys send pictures to each other. That kind of thing. Okay. Ooh. Queen of Pentacles, some earth energy. So here she is kind of feeling herself. She is being worshipped. So maybe one of you likes to be worshipped in a sense. Like kiss my feet, like, you know, not even, you know, there could be some kind of foot fetish going on here, but I'm sensing more of it's just like I'd do anything for you, like I would worship you, like I'll worship you from your feet to your head. And she's actually looking into a mirror, so this could be your person again with the mirror here with this Hanged Man. Okay. Yeah, and I'm hearing like lingerie, like really silky lingerie. There's purple and yellow here. Maybe like a cold night you guys spent together in. And it just kind of started with her like showing off, or with one of you guys showing off, looking in the mirror at yourself, feeling yourself, and then next thing you know, like clothes are coming off, and it just turned into this really steamy night. I feel like you maybe reminisce on that time, you or them. Okay, so let's do, what time are we at? 23. So this is how they feel about you and how you're feeling about them. I'm going to switch it up. So let's go ahead and start with you. We have the Magician in reversed. I'm hearing you don't feel good enough for this person a lot of the times. I'm hearing that self-doubt here where you're not trusting the universe. The Magician is very much having all the tools, having all the powers, and only really needing yourself too, knowing you have all these tools here. You have the Cup, Pentacle, Staff, or Wand, I'm sorry, Sword, you know, and you create your own light by just knowing and having this confidence. So when it's in reverse, it's like lacking that confidence. And I do hear like kind of an ego thing going back to the Emperor, maybe like that's why you tuned in to the Emperor, to this Aries energy, to this boss man energy, to this like you allow your ego to like take over because it's actually weak. It's a very conflicting energy I'm hearing. So, you know, because like you walk like you're fucking confident, but then in the back of your head, like you're actually fighting all of these negative thoughts and all of these doubts, all of these maybe secrets that you're keeping. I'm not sure why, and like it's just you keep everything to yourself too, and so you're just overloaded, and you just think like nothing can possibly work out. Nothing can, and that's where you stop trusting the universe. So yeah, Magician in reverse. So, and how you feel about them, it's like you just don't feel good enough. You don't feel like you are in this magician energy yet to really fully give yourself to this person, even though I do feel like there is romantic feelings here. You guys mirror each other. You guys, I can't wait to get to messages, like things they can't say out loud, because I'm really curious how they feel about, or how you feel about them. Okay, and then we also have the Chariot in reversed, more Cancer energy. The Magician here, the Magician, I believe that's Gemini. The Magician, I cannot remember, I'm so sorry. I believe it's Gemini, and then Cancer, so Cancer in reverse. So yeah, like it's like almost like you guys are both so impatient. Oh my god. Like you let this negative energy just take full reign. Like you see how they're like stop, like, well, I saw it as them stopping this seahorse, you know, like holding them back. And I feel like that's what you do, is like you hold things back, you hold things in, you let them build up so much that it's like you don't even have an actual like grounded, realistic thought pattern. It's like really distorted. It's very like you're just like confused, but at the same time you don't feel good enough. So it's like that's the only thing that's going to be on your mind. So it just stops you. It puts you at a halt here. And maybe that's why like this halt has really shook this person up, and just slowed things down, and they hate it because they're just as impatient as you. And it's just it's I don't want to say comical, because this is probably really difficult, especially maybe for you to open up. I do want to do, we actually have the moon here open. So upright, it's you know, illusions, dreams, anxiety, fear, insecurity. Yes, I'm really getting like, it's like you have this Emperor energy because of this insecurity, because of this moon. You have this Emperor because of this moon. Like it's just, you hold yourself as this Emperor, but in the inside you're just like really insecure, or uncertain. Maybe lingering on old moments, old issues, not really willing to let them go because you've gathered them for so long. You don't talk to people. You don't really like thoroughly sit there and hear them out, have heart to heart conversations. Maybe that card will show up here in the angel's guidance cards. And these, I mean, these are supposed to be trump cards, but you also had 2 trump cards here. So it's, you know, this can be a really, like, there could be some real powerful energy, like, flowing between you two currently. Like, this is a really, like, transformative moment possibly for you. The Chariot in reverse. So we have, like, yeah, things aren't progressing as fast. That's literally what this says. You have to have patience and be confident that things will progress in their own time. Divine timing. Like, I feel like the universe is watching you, is protecting you both. But it's like they are like sitting back and laughing because they're like, just trust me. Just trust me, man. Like I know maybe things don't feel, I'm seeing like there's all this like I'm seeing the greens, like, and it's just like It's like this earth energy, and it's like moving so slow, and you guys are both sick of it. Forcing things could be disastrous, yes. And I feel like you both know that. That's why you're like, I feel like you both, like, you know, this person knows that they are impatient. You just think, like, you know, you just think that it's not going to work out because it's going so slow. And so the whole thing comes to a halt here. If you're feeling pressure into moving into your relationship, don't allow yourself to be coerced. Take a step back and consider what you're ready for. Be clear with your partner and set boundaries. Yes, so really having that heart-to-heart conversation of, look, this is how I'm feeling. This is how our progression is. Like, are we on the same page? Like, allow yourself to have that clarity, to have that peace of mind, to rest your anxiety. Like, why on earth would you want to torture yourself into something that could be a simple conversation between the two of you? You know, there is that chance that the person could be upset about something, but isn't it worth getting off of you, like getting off of your back, instead of just, you know, slowly bogging you down to where you're dragging? And I'm hearing beached whale. That's awful. That's awful imagery. I'm sorry. I hate that. But yeah, like a beached whale. It's just like not helping yourself when you can. So yeah, don't rush things, really. That's where you are, like not wanting to rush things. Ooh, 8 of Wands, okay. And the 9 of Wands, wow, okay. Phew, that is heavy. You both just like to carry the whole freaking world on your back. Sorry. That's what I'm hearing. Like, you think it all has to be on you. I don't know why. Like, yeah, take things into your own hands when you need to, but when you don't, when things are going well, it's like you've got to relax, okay? I am going to read from the book. I'm being called to read from the book. So we've got the 8 of Wands in reversed. Look at this beautiful imagery. If you have not been paying attention to what has been going on in your life, the sudden explosion may cause you more stress and worry than joy and exhilaration. Imagine if the mermaid had not been paying attention and one of those flying wands hit her in the head on its way to the surface. How painful and dangerous would that have been? You may currently be feeling like you have been hit on your head, now going along kicking and screaming. Yeah, so I feel like something happened, something ended for them, some kind of cycle ended, and they were in such a busy body energy, like they just had to keep going. I'm late, like they just aren't paying real attention to their surroundings, to like they're not being present, I'm hearing. And so that is why the universe is calling them to be the Hanged Man, to understand, be the turtle, slow and steady wins the race. And it's like, it's actually all this like kind of quickness and forcing things and not paying attention to the signs, maybe red flags, maybe things that they could have caught before they actually dove into this. It ends up hitting them, and it's not going to be what they expected. But I just feel like this person is really self-aware, like they see it, they see this image, they get it. And then, that hit on the head woke them up, I'm hearing. That hit on the head was actually necessary for them to like turn that switch off, turn it off, you know. Turn the phone off, I'm hearing too. Yeah. Like this person could be like maybe addicted to social media, and so it's like that's what makes them like anxious and like busybody. Like they don't actually enjoy their present moment because they're always on their phone, or they're always just like maybe even comparing people, like, oh, they're already there, I've got to get going, I'm late. And then we have 9 of Wands. Okay. No doubt there is a darker side to this card, a side that is broody and unhappy with the conditions it now finds itself in. The problem is that creative energy is unpredictable. It is ever changing and never rational. You may not like your current conditions, but you created them. This is actually good news because now you can also change what you need to change, but only if you stop brooding and blaming the world for 5 seconds. Yeah, so I feel like they know that they created this. They know that they fucked up because of maybe trying to do something too fast. Yeah, they slipped up, I'm hearing, and then they got hit on the head, and you know, it really sucked, but it ended that. It let them let go and say, you know what happens is what happens. I don't care anymore. It's not even like I don't care anymore, but it's like I have to hang here. I have to hang here for 9 days and let all the blood rush to my head and let myself start thinking more in tune to spirit, more in tune to just like knowing it's not a race. You know, life is going to be going on day in and day out. Where you may fail one day, you'll succeed another. It's just like letting yourself flow in that way, that natural way. I do want to get some more messages on both of these. So 8 of Wands in reverse. I'm just going to grab some general messages. Refusing to compromise or give in, stubborn, rigid. Last one standing, not learning from the past, no fight left. Ooh, man. Stalemate. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. It's just like, I feel like it's just kind of come to a complete stop. Your energies. I don't know why. I don't know why you... something happened. I feel like with this death, this was the transformation here. And maybe secrets will be coming out. Maybe you're gonna even try to walk away from you in this time because everything's come to such a stop and you both have just been so impatient about everything. Like, you still keep your mouth shut even though you're impatient, but this person maybe doesn't, and they can just be like, they can just kind of say things that they might regret. You know, that rabbit energy again. They're just like blah blah blah, like and not you know, like not being aware of the actual situation. So they just say it, like, you know, it's not thinking completely logically. So it's like they kind of give in to their creative energy, which isn't really rational. And it creates these negative situations, and then they have to sit there and be like, fuck, because they allowed it, they created them, it's themselves. Retreat, withdrawal, yeah, like I feel like something happened, maybe a fight, so you guys are falling back. Weakness, dropping your guard, unexpected trouble, giving up. So they could be maybe giving up on this relationship right now. Maybe they're not like, it's just become too heavy. Like, I immediately, with all these wands, it felt so heavy here, and I hated that, you know. And it's hot and heavy, and it's not in the good way. I'm just needing to escape, needing to hang here, and just like, I've got to be on my own for a little bit, maybe. Okay, so let's do, that was Nine of Wands, okay. That was Nine of Wands, I'm sorry. And so this is Eight of Wands. Slowness, lack of speed, slow progress, delayed, canceled, restriction, bad timing, losing momentum, missed opportunities, late start. I'm late. Lack of energy, negative, lack of romance, panicked, hysterical, impatient, impulsive, and out of control. Yeah, this person hates this. This person hates being in the stalemate. Whatever this stalemate is, like, it is driving them crazy. Oh my god, like, I can just hear them, like, just pacing and just, like, stomping their feet and just, like, oh, like I feel like they do want to have these heart-to-heart conversations, but I feel like they just rush in, and then it's like, it doesn't make you feel very safe to open up. It doesn't make you feel very inspired to open up, and so, and you just, like, stop. You just, like, whoa, and it's like, wait, why are they here too? And then all the doubts come in. Oh, okay, let's go ahead and get so how does Spirit see this relationship? How does Spirit, and you know, these messages are meant for you, so it's also, how does Spirit want you to see this? Forgiving and learning in reversed. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So you see this person is forgiving this woman crying here as she's, like, pleading, and they have their hand in their hair. They do kind of look like but because of their forgiveness, because of the ability to heal, the angels are watching over them and blessing them, because it's good karma. You know, where you might fuck up in the future, or where they might fuck up in the future, now that that person forgave, they have that good karma coming back to them, and if they mess up, you know, that there's a chance that they'll be forgiven. So I feel like you guys just are kind of not listening to each other. You guys get like caught up in the past, I'm hearing, like whatever shit goes down, like you guys get so caught up in it, and it's like, why are you still thinking about this fight from 3 years ago? It's like, I'm not the same person. Like, this transformation here, this emperor energy, you know, that takes a lot to become this emperor. It's just this doubt, or the moon here is dragging it down with secrets and withholding everything in, this repression. So you're not really learning, and you're not, like, I feel like you guys don't want to listen to each other, so you're just listening to yourselves, but then it's like this impatient, like, well, I want to see them, and like, you know, you miss them, and it's like, it could be simple if you just had this heart-to-heart conversation and just learned how to forgive and learn. What did I tell you? I knew this card was gonna come out. Heart-to-heart conversations. Exactly what I'm saying. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay? Like, go somewhere alone. Go somewhere private. Go somewhere with good intentions in your hearts, both of you, and just trust that this needs to be cleared up. Trust that there's a reason for this conversation at all. Trust that with this conversation, you will understand each other better. Isn't that what we all want in a relationship? To understand and love and accept each other. So it's like this heart-to-heart conversation needs to happen, I'm hearing. And especially in order to forgive and to learn from each other. All right, and then last but not least, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So you guys are just impatient. That really is a beautiful, beautiful way to end this. And this is how Spirit wants you to see this. This is how, this is your soulmate, but it's like you can't possibly get there unless you forgive, learn, and open up. Be willing to be vulnerable here. Because yes, this is your soulmate. I mean, if you believe in those sort of things, like yes, this is confirmation from the universe. Trust the great mystery. Yes, things might be in shambles right now. You both might be at a complete halt at this time, but it doesn't matter because the universe is laughing, because if you could just see yourselves running in circles, like separate circles, and it's like the whole time you're just thinking about each other. It's just the birds. I'm hearing birds, like two birds like flying, and like they just won't land on the tree and just snuggle up and start a nest. It's like this stubbornness too. So last but not least, we will be getting here, and I am going to just show you these together, like forgiving and learning, heart-to-heart conversation, and soulmate. So lovely. So very lovely. Okay, and last but not least, these are things that this person cannot say out loud. This is the Lover's Oracle. Okay. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So this person wants you to know that they treasure this between you two, and that's why it drives them insane. This is why it drives them absolutely out of their mind, especially if there is some reason that you guys aren't together, like physically in this moment. Like it just, they want to be able to honor you. They want to be able to prove themselves, to make sure whatever it is, if maybe they did mess up somehow, they want you to know that they understand that this is sacred to them. And they want you to trust them. Like, I just feel like this person is pleading. I'm hearing that pleading energy again, and just like, I'm sorry if I ever made you question it. I'm sorry if I ever was moving too fast that I didn't even see that I was hurting you. But now I understand. Now I'm hanging here, and I'm really can hear myself, hear the universe, and I honor this. I want to honor this. Next message. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. So yes, it's kind of ironic that this person would be telling you to go with the flow when you both are just mirrors of each other. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. Yeah, it's like getting used to the fact that things change, accepting that things change, not being so resistant. I feel like this person, yeah, they understand this already. They're already kind of at this level. And neither of yours were reversed. So it is like both of you just stepping into your power, letting go of things that needed to be let go of, becoming a patient person because of this person struggling with that so much. You finally getting vulnerable, tuning into Cancer energy, allowing that motherly, loving energy, vulnerability of their emotions, coming out of that shell, but also still staying in your power here, having a very even, balanced divine masculine and divine feminine, being okay with both of them. I feel like is really important for you. So it's just like both of you just coming into your power and just starting to go with the flow of life, and just seeing how quickly and how fast things do change. Life is constantly changing, new cycles, new cycles, new cycles, and it's just like, how are you going to adapt? Are you just going to stop? Are you just going to feel defeated? No, no. You're going to have heart-to-heart conversations. You're going to forgive. You're going to learn, and you're going to honor a sacred union. And last message, or things that they can't say out loud. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Yeah, I feel like they have a hard time kind of portraying just how much this means to them. Like, I feel like a little bit of resistance from them to also be able to say this. Like they want you to know it's sacred, but it's like things that they can't say out loud. So it's like I feel like a real nervousness whenever they want to say this because of maybe something in the past happened, and it kind of shook up your trust, and so for them to say that they're now going to honor this, it makes you question it. It makes you want to stop. So this is why they can't say it out loud, but they want to. They want to say it out loud. They want to maybe take things to the next step, but maybe you are physically apart, but they still think of you every single day, every single morning, night. They're spiritually moving with you, and I'm feeling this mirror again, and that's just how they live their life day in, day out. Like, their love for you is just unconditional because it transcends space and time. Like, there's just, they believe time is fluid. They understand that if they die tomorrow, if they die in 5 years, that love's still going to be there. It's just going to transcend. It's going to exist. Nothing is missing. All right, that was your reading, pile number 1. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you picked pile number 2, here we have the number 34. Break that into a 7. That is divine path. The star ensures success in all enterprises when near, when very distant, some unlucky events. So I feel like in this relationship or pairing, like when you guys are together, for some reason, it creates this spark, it creates this energy of success within each other. But when you're apart, it's like you guys almost feel unlucky. So that's the messages I'm getting from that. So we'll be saving these for the end here. So first off, we have, this is going to be your current energy, okay? So your current energy right now is the Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Okay, the number 18 breaking into a 9. That is a very powerful number. So we're going to go ahead and read that from the Spirit Animal book here by Colette Baron Reed. Just so you know, all of these decks are listed in the description below to make it easier for you. If you see a deck that you like. The Oracle message. Okay, and it is upright, so we'll just be reading the regular normal message versus the protection message that appears for reversed. So the time has come to be gentle and diplomatic when dealing with others. You might have found yourself in a situation where negotiations are necessary in order to reach your goal. So success, like coming together, because you know it'll be beneficial for the greatest good. Be mindful of the words you choose, but do not worry. Dear Spirit reminds you that you have the ability to be sure-footed and confident while showing humility and respect for others. So it's like I just think of in Bambi the movie how, you know, the king of the forest, he was he was just very confident, sure-footed. I'm sure he was careful with his words, you know, just very like well put together, like coming into that kind of energy of like, you know, knowing what to say, or choosing your words more wisely, not even knowing what to say, but just like contemplating on them for a moment more than you typically would, and just bringing a real gentle touch into conversation. You will find that your capacity for calm and grounded communication is heightened at this time. Follow the way of Dear Spirit and you will do well, gaining the respect of others and finding common ground that is pleasing to you. Remember that understanding others and their needs will be more powerful at this time than putting your own first. If you do that, you will be rewarded tenfold. Yeah, and just like allowing that good karma to come back to you, just because it's like knowing and trusting that, okay, if I'm really putting good energy out there, not even for the intention of getting it back, because, you know, that's kind of malicious in that way, but just being gentle with others, like, you know, you're going to be surprised when you start receiving that gentleness back, when you start receiving that like grounded communication, as it said. It's just like, you know, you're really good at just like thinking the most logical, because, you know, everything's dealt with in this gentle manner, in this calm manner, in this almost unlightened manner, I'm hearing. You know, really getting to know people and understanding them, and just really, people are going to pour that right back into you. You know, they're going to feel so relieved in a sense of they were able to talk to you and get these things off their chest. You know, it's going to come back to you when you need it the most. I'm sure of that. So here we have the Turkey Spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. 7. So another divine path number. So you guys have the same. Oh wait, no. That was the 7 was over there. So that's another 7 here. So you guys are turned away from each other too. So there could be some indication of maybe you need to be coming in with a gentle touch, and maybe they need to be a little more grateful of you. Sensing, but once again, these are just current energies. This isn't even like energies of exactly towards the person per se. This is just the energy that you are embodying in this current moment. So we're going to read 61. So the message for you is that you always have the potential for manifesting a rich reality, for the turkey represents generosity and a celebration of abundance through giving to others. Give freely without expectation and you shall receive. Yeah, I'm hearing that for both of you. I feel like you both are maybe learning this lesson together of like really understanding that giving to a community isn't just giving. You're not just pouring yourself and just, not getting anything in return. It's like it's an even amount of give and take here. Give freely without expectation too. Yeah, not really expecting anything back. You'll be surprised at what you do get back because you weren't even expecting it. You were just allowing things to flow, being gentle, being grateful for the manifestation of abundance is happening right now. Align with it by sharing your good fortune with others, whether you give money, loving guidance, the gift of listening, or kindness in any form. Immerse yourself in the flow of generous abundance, being a creative channel for Turkey Spirit and the desire of Spirit to see all beings experiencing the blessing of plenty. Give with gratitude and grace from a wellspring of love and compassion, knowing that Spirit will respond by giving you all you need in this moment and all presents to come. So yeah, I'm just hearing like giving back. Maybe this person has come to the realization that they've been given a lot in their life and they have this certain amount of abundance, and they're just coming to this realization of, whoa, okay, maybe I need to start giving back because, I was given so much. Maybe they're giving too much of their time to this community, and that's why it's like you need to come in with this gentle reminder of like, hey, like, I'm still here. Can you give me some love and gratitude? Hello, I'm here waiting for you. Yeah, and there's like more green and red, so that's like fiery energy, and then with this it's like yellow and bluish energy. So it's like I'm feeling like air, water, and then fire, earth, and it's just like you guys are really kind of contrasting, but it's like at the same time, opposites could attract, but it's just kind of needing to understand each other, where each other are coming from here. Okay, so then we have 2 cards each here. These are Sailor Moon crystal cards. I've never used them in a reading, but here we are. Dear Spirit, so this one is your energy. So Justice. Justice and the Chariot. Okay. Very interesting. So I'm getting Libra energy and Cancer energy. And then also if we do tap into just these women's signs, this is Aries and Aquarius energy. So if any of those energies resonate with you, you can tie that in. Maybe the person you're dealing, or no, maybe you are a Libra or a Cancer. Maybe you're an Aquarius or an Aries as well. So let's go ahead and grab some messages. The Chariot here. So victory, overcoming obstacles, success, ambition, determination, willpower, control, self-discipline, hard work, and focus. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you are really learning how to ground yourself, but also being able to by becoming this grounded, stable person, you're actually able to move forward. You're actually able to get on this chariot and go and get the justice that it is that you feel like you deserve in this current time. So Venus and Moon energy, so very feminine energies. So it's conquering emotions. If you're going through a rough patch, you will need to come together, communicate, and work hard. It's just going to require some hard work and focus. Yeah, it's like you guys aren't looking at each other here. Maybe it's going to take that time to really focus and zone in on this energy and get this justice of hey, what's going on here? maybe we need to talk about things, or so we can move forward. And you're becoming this stable person who really thinks about what they say before they just kind of blurt it out, and becoming this more respected, gentle person that allows people to come to them. Maybe you make people feel like justice is at play very often. So balance the mind and heart to be successful. If your partner uses logic as emotional armor, you may need to get around their defenses in order for this relationship to work. Okay, and then let's just grab justice. I just want to get a few more messages with justice. Consequences, law, truth, honesty, integrity. Yeah, it's just like, okay, like really kind of facing yourself and being like, hey, like maybe I haven't said the best things in the past, but moving past that, hey, and just like really getting a justice for like being this more like clear-minded person, and those are really great energies to be in. So this person, we have the Star in reverse, and we also have the Magician in reverse. So the Star has everybody. I'm not entirely sure why. These are kind of ridiculous, but the Star in reverse. So for me, that is a card of depression. I immediately think depression, and just like lacking this self-confidence, like some kind of like inner turmoil of like not seeing yourself as the Star, because the Star is very powerful. Maybe some kind of dream happened, or like got kind of not crushed. I want to say maybe some kind of setback occurred, and it's like they really have to remind themselves to be grateful in this time, and to come in with grace, because they have a real opportunity right now to be really brooding, to be really over dramatic, over emotional, because of this depression maybe that's pulling them down. And then with the Magician here, so I've got Gemini energy. I'm also getting a little bit of Virgo. I think the Magician is actually Virgo, and I might be saying it wrong this whole time. I'm really sorry, guys. So the Magician, it's like reversed. And this is Mercury energy as well. So it's like kind of like feeling choked up, like they can't really talk about it. Not really seeing their full power, as where maybe you are stepping into your power, they're not. They're kind of, and in the beginning, when I was saying the numerology 9 and then 7, spiritually I want to say that you are more advanced than them, just because of that numerology there. So manipulation, greed, yeah, and I was getting with this like this green, this earth energy, and then also just the mentions of like riches, like who talks about like money like that? It's like, oh, I want riches. It's I felt a kind of greedy energy there too. So maybe because of their greed and maybe not getting to where they want to be, or maybe their greed was kind of like put on blast somewhere, or like revealed to a public, and like maybe they did something kind of negative in a sense of they shouldn't have done something maybe involved with money. and it's just, it makes them depressed because of maybe some kind of regret there. We also have trickery, cunning, lack of mental clarity. See that, like, oh god, it's like can't even think, and I'm just thinking of Mercury too, like a retrograde, like just not really being able to talk about it, not really, like the messages don't come out clear to them because they're of this depression, possibly, or just because they're not really being grateful for what they do have right now, which is really unfortunate because they have all the tools. The magician is about having all the tools you need, everything you need surrounding you, but not stepping into that power, not being able to see that power right in front of them. So they need to be more open and honest about their needs and desires. If you're tempted to manipulate or trick your partner to get what you want, don't. Honesty will get you much further, yeah. So it's like you're coming into this, you kind of know all of this already, but this person may be going through that lesson right now. Okay. So it's like sending love and light out because you, knowing that karma will return back to you. That's why it's so important to give back in this time. You know, it takes two. It really takes making sure that you aren't taking for granted what's around you. You know, maybe that is some kind of justice here, and it's like maybe they've kind of went off on you before, or like you've gone off on them before. I'm so sorry. Like I'm feeling this so strongly. It's like a retrograde. I can't even speak. Like maybe you have said something to this person about this, and it's just like you weren't really thinking about it when you said it, but then like it set in and it really kind of got to them. It really hurt their feelings. It made them feel like they weren't good enough, and it's like now it's like you understand like what you did. You are going to come back with a more gentle touch. You want to bring justice to this situation, and you want to do it quickly. But it might not be that easy. It seems like, you know, the star reverse to me is a very deep rooted, you know, it's like it really needs to be cleansed out, because the star card upright is just so powerful. Aquarius energy, and then we have Gemini, Virgo energy. So a lot of air energy, as well as a little earth. And then we've got air and water. Water, and maybe if you count her as an Aries, a little bit of fire. Okay, so this is positions that you guys like to be in. So I'm getting from the back, you know, from the back is really pleasurable for you guys. Holding on to the whole body from the back, like maybe even standing up. It does look like they're standing up as well. We've got the leggings here. Maybe you like to still wear socks. Maybe you or this person still like to wear their socks. We've got a lot of neck biting here. Yeah, and they like to play with you, or sorry, I'm totally assigning genders right now. Maybe one of you likes to like play with the other and tease them and bite them and grab them and just like worship them, honestly. 3 of Cups, yeah, so that's like a huge celebration. A lot of celebrating. I feel like that is a way that you guys both clear out some of this negative, you know, maybe some of this, like, you know, I don't want to say anger, but it's like some kind of frustration, you know, gets to you, and it's like that's what kind of makes you want to just spit out with these things that you say, but it's like you don't mean them. And so it's like, you know, when it's about sex, it's like you're not thinking about this, they're not thinking about this, they're, you know, you guys do think of each other, and it's like it's really upsetting that they're turned away right now, because there is this beautiful union between you both. Okay, and so then we have the next card we'll be going into is how they feel about you and how you're feeling about them. Okay. So we'll start with you here. So how are you feeling about them? The Four of Swords, okay. And then the Ace of Pentacles. Not great energy. I won't lie. It's really not that great. So Ace of Pentacles, so I feel like you are at some kind of stalemate, or maybe like some kind of offer hasn't been brought to you and maybe it's been making you really cranky. Like some kind of new beginning has been like, it's just not what you expected, I'm hearing. So Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Sometimes we can't see a gift even when it is dropped right into our laps. Okay, here we go. Things are nowhere nearly as bad as you're making them out to be, and you do have the chance to make them even better. That's why it's too bad you can't see how this is the first step to a much more pleasant journey. So yeah, so maybe it's like not really being compassionate and gentle about this person's depression, or about maybe this person feeling really low, feeling like not good enough, just this really insecure energy. Like maybe you're kind of over it, but it's like you can't see that, you know, this is just a struggle for them. Like the gifts are still there, this, you know, the love, the celebration you share between each other is still there, and it's just like dependent on, like, you know, they really need you right now. I'm hearing they really need you to be gentle. They really need you to come in with this justice, with this love, and just assure them, because, you know, you have this opportunity to make this situation even better. You know, I feel like you are making it good, you're working on it, you're being there for them, but sometimes like the things you say, like you're not really fully in control of it. And so it's like really just learning how to be a little more gentle, a little more encouraging, and maybe even help them out if you're seeing that they're struggling in a sense of they don't know how to give back, they don't know how to start and go. Give them that enlightenment, give them that justice, give them like some guidance even, you know, that become that kind of king of the forest energy, and you know, allow them to be vulnerable with you. This is your partner, this is somebody who shouldn't have to be nervous at all, or not feel good enough, or feel any kind of way in that sense, because they have you, and you're this very motherly, with Cancer energy, very motherly, kind person. And with Libra, you know, I just think people pleasing too. So Four of Swords in reverse. You are about to spin into overwhelm. When this card lands upside down, it means you have missed your time out and now you're paying the price. Worry, stress, and procrastination will be the results that will await you if you do not turn things around. Yeah, it's like kind of putting off this conversation, maybe even just putting off school or work, or because maybe you got anxious about it too. I'm hearing maybe this anxiety held you back from actually getting some work done, or maybe like, yeah, just being anxious about this situation with your partner. At the same time, like you don't really want to say anything, but you do want to say something because it's bothering you. So it's like this like conflicted, and then you get overwhelmed and you're like, you don't want to talk about it, you know, but it's like you have these things to say, and it's like, you know, it should come out, you know, get some justice, get moving, move forward from this, you know, help them out of this mud that they got stuck in. So Four of Swords, it also could be finding mental strength, awakening, rejoining the world, coming out of isolation, recovering slowly, healing, burnout, restless, not taking care of yourself. So it's like either or, I'm sensing. So it's like it could be that you're coming into this healing, or it could be that you're getting worse. So it's like, you know, either you're gonna get mentally stronger or you're gonna kind of break, you're gonna burn out. Maybe stress and anxiety you and your partner are experiencing has spiraled and is pulling your relationship to a breaking point. Look to supporting cards to confirm this. Yeah, I'm just hearing like being gentle with each other, relearning how to be gentle with each other. Maybe you guys have both said things to each other. Maybe you just need to get back to like having really good sex. Maybe that will help. But whatever it is, it's like you have to stop procrastinating. That's what I'm hearing most importantly, is like you're ready to move forward. You're ready to get this justice. And yes, this person might not be, but you still have to be patient. But at the same time, it's like if they're stuck in the mud, they're your partner. You need to help them out here. I don't know why I'm putting the book away. Because now we have their energy. Yeah, yep. Okay, so we have here the Five of Cups and Strength card. The Strength in reversed too, and this is a whale trapped in what looks like a bunch of rope. Strength in reverse and Five of Cups. Everybody knows the Five of Cups is about leaving something, walking away. There's no right time to say goodbye kind of energy. So maybe towards you, they are thinking of walking away, but I think that it is just simply because they don't feel good enough. They don't feel strong enough. They feel like their depression is holding you back, and I feel like they're just they might try to isolate themselves, but they really shouldn't. It's time to give back and be grateful and be graceful too. Isolation is very haste and cold and ugly, and it's like it's the complete opposite. So there is a lot of pain though in this card. We're reminded here that life is not without choices, and choices are not without consequences. The Five of Cups reminds us that pain is part of life, but suffering is optional. Suffering is optional. Right, it's like, within the tarot, it's like everybody pulls the Five of Cups at some point. Pain is inevitable. It's something that's going to happen no matter what. So it's like learning how to be grateful despite that pain, learning how to be graceful despite that pain, because suffering is optional. Suffering is just pain. Suffering is just pain that you haven't worked out yet. Fabulous new opportunities await you after you say goodbye. Life will go on, and this won't be the last time you will have to let something or someone go. And then that's when I'm going back to the Star card, is like, when you guys are together, you become more successful. If you're apart, unlucky. And it's like this person might not be seeing that right now. They might just kind of be feeling like a little hopeless, and they don't have strength. Strength in reverse is never something you want to pull. It's just, everybody knows that immediately what that means. I'm going to read the whole thing. The southern right whale only has one natural predator once it is fully grown: humans. Under the waves, no one else bothers this graceful, peaceful giant. Unfortunately, they find themselves trapped year after year in human fishing lines or caught in human-made oil slicks. Today, this whale has found itself tangled and in a state of distress. And I'm just sensing, like, with this person, like, takes on really worldly problems. Like, they end up thinking about the whole world as a whole, and they see this world for how ugly and cruel it is, and that's just their kind of mindset. Left alone and to its own devices, the whale would surely drown, as it would be unable to surface to take a breath. Thankfully, one of the patrolling mermaids has spotted it and is carefully untangling its body and fins from you. And I'm feeling like that would be your energy. It's time to take them out of this net that they've put themselves in, maybe this mental net that is holding them back right now. As she works on freeing the whale, she sings a healing song to calm it and ease its anxiety. That gentle, yes, that dear spirit, really handling this person's anxiety and this problem and being there for them. Gentle and nimble hands work the net and the whale's side. For its part, the whale will not forget this act of kindness, this act of someone so much smaller and frail coming to its aid. Okay? So upright, it is easy to think that big things, powerful things, don't need help and assistance. And I'm just feeling with this turkey spirit, maybe in one time in their life, they felt very big, very powerful, and like they don't need anybody. And so maybe in this time, I kind of feel like this is a message, and this is why they pulled this one with all these people in it. It's like not being grateful, not seeing all the people in their life that's there for them. Not really coming together in this celebration, in this Three of Cups energy here on the board. Letting people help them. Isn't it easy to make a judgment call based on outside appearances alone? This sort of bias is wrong and creates dangerous situations where we ignore those seemingly more capable than us when we see them struggling. The truth is that everyone struggles, everyone needs help and assistance once in a while, and it would be deeply troubling if we became desensitized to the pain and suffering of those around us because of our bias. Yeah, so it's like maybe you've always known them to be really strong. Maybe you've always known them to maybe comfort you and be there for you, but have you ever stopped and thought maybe you could make this situation better? You can be this energy, this energy of singing to them, of taking care of them, of being gentle. Especially before they might walk away. They might try to isolate themselves. I really do feel that. They might try to push you away because of this depression, but that they don't need to. So next up, this is how Spirit sees your connection and also how they want you to see it as well. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So yeah, maybe it's like you fell in love with this one kind of person, but you never thought maybe you'd see them like this or so low. Maybe they're not really being graceful, and it's just like has you hesitant, has you in this Four of Swords energy, and you just got to remember to keep an open mind of like, how can I help, and how can I be there for this person? How can I be gentle? How can I tune into my Libra Cancer energies and really be this like gentle, feminine, motherly energy to this person, even if you are a male? There are some women out there who are extremely come off independent and strong, but they actually need this gentleness from their partner every once in a while as like just a reminder. So we have past life or relationship. You have known each other before. Wow, okay, that's beautiful. And that's why I'm also getting with the star card over there, which, you know, we could also do Aquarius as well. Maybe the person you're dealing with is an Aquarius. You have known each other before. Whew. Okay, so I'm just getting, it looks pretty similar to this, if you ask me. And maybe that's how you kind of both know, like you just kind of knew, you know, like, oh, this is my person. You just knew because you just felt this really deep, strong connection to each other. I just feel like I do feel a lot of love, and like you do take care of each other when you need it, but it's like sometimes people don't want to say it when they need it because maybe this person's come off so strong in the past. You just assume that they didn't need it. But everybody does every now and then. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. It's in reverse. So, Spirit wants you to stay optimistic. I feel like they know that, you know, maybe things haven't been the best right now, but they want you to know that, you know, by thinking positive, by knowing that everything will end up okay, if you just help each other out, be there for each other, keep an open mind. You know, maybe it's time to spice things up. Maybe it's time to get more romantic. Maybe it's time to get to lovemaking. Maybe you guys haven't really been. Maybe it's time to get kind of sexy again, to reignite that fire, to, you know, maybe even help this person get their confidence. Yeah, and maybe you've been a little busy with this energy of leveling up that you haven't really noticed, and this is what Spirit wants you to know. So these are things that they can't say out loud. Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Okay, so I feel like this video is really gonna actually get you to start, like, get going. I'm hearing. Yeah, get going. And this person wants you to know, like, they do find you sexy, they do find you magnetic in this past life relationship. You know, they feel it, they do feel that for you. And they, you know, I think it's time to celebrate it. I think that's why this Three of Cups came up too, not even just for the positioning, but just in the sense of passion and celebration. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept this current situation, it will automatically transform. So more so than trust, more so acceptance. I'm hearing, and I got this with the first pile as well, of like a heart-to-heart conversation, really giving this person the space to open up to you in a vulnerable manner, especially if it is an Aquarius, I just heard, or an air sign or anything like that. Really allowing them the space to get there, and just accepting that, you know, they're human too, and they can fall short sometimes. They can fall weak sometimes when, they're in pain. And it may be hard to read them. It may be hard to talk to them. But it just comes from a place of pain and suffering and not feeling strong or good enough. And I'm not even drawn to say good enough for you. I feel like they do love you and they do know like you're gonna be there for them, but it's like they have a hard time telling you when it is that they need this reassurance and love. So it's like you just have to be ready in a gentle manner to make the situation better. And that will make them trust you so much more. And that's going to be transformative for your relationship. Last message. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. That is a beautiful ending to this. Absolutely lovely. Yes, and it's exactly what the Star card. Success in all enterprises when near, when very distant, some unlucky events. So embrace. Through each other you find the missing pieces. Alright, I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like that's clear enough. You know, you guys are going to come together. And that's going to be it. You just need each other. This is a very deep relationship here. And as long as you guys stay optimistic, this was, you know, the only reversed one in how Spirit sees this and wants you to see this. I feel like you both are tempting to keep an open mind, but you have this strong connection. But it's just the optimism because of all this heaviness. This heaviness needs to be dealt with, and through passion, trust, and embrace. This is what they need from you right now. They need your passion. They need to trust you, and they need to know that you accept them for maybe having depression, for maybe falling short, for feeling weak or not feeling good enough. And then they also need this physical embrace. They need this reminder that this is why this passion is still here, before they try to walk away and isolate themselves. Okay, that's all I have for you, my loves. Thank you so much for joining me, and I do hope you leave a comment and if anything resonated. I love you. Have a blessed evening, morning, night. Hello, pile number 3. We have the number 5 here. To me, that represents freedom, spiritual freedom, mental freedom, and physical freedom. The tree, good health, near flowers, to fulfillment of highest hopes. All right. So I'm feeling a lot of earth energy here, and we speak of flowers. The tree, good health, near flowers. So maybe it's like if you spend more time outside, maybe you both like to spend time outside in this relationship. Near flowers, fulfillment of highest hopes. So yeah, maybe some kind of flowers could be a good present for somebody, for your partner even. With the tree, I just feel like you or both of you are becoming more grounded, more rooted, stronger, wiser, older. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull your energy. So your energy here is the electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life. Woo! Felt like a zap of energy here. 24, breaking into a 6. That is the nurturer to me. Let's see. Bring your ideas to life. 24. I don't think I've ever pulled this one before. Maybe not in a while, at least. Seemingly seemingly out of nowhere, the jolt of the electric eel spirit appears to awaken you to a big idea that you are meant to explore. Epiphanies and aha moments are gifted to you right now, so celebrate. Your life has the potential for profound transformation. Inspiration arises in you, electrifying you, so that you can't wait to get started bringing your idea to life. The revelations you experience now are meant to set you on a new path, so don't be afraid to act. You know, an eel, an electric eel, has no fear. I feel absolute, like, strong electric power, just like wide awake, like just being like on, you know, the doctor's bed, and like they just jolt you and like you're just back to life, and it's just like, it's just gonna be that quick of that moment of and it's gonna happen fast, so it's like also cautioning you, like, you know, sometimes life moves fast, but this is a new path that you're meant to take, and so just don't miss this opportunity by being afraid to act. Explore, examine, and do not fear the changes that may come. You know, it could be good changes. Not all change has to be bad. For Spirit wants to shower you with love, success, and abundance that you hope to experience. Now is a thrilling time of epiphanies. Inspire ideas and innovation. This is a wondrous sign for you today. So I'm feeling very lucky too with this. You may be a very lucky person naturally. Getting water energy, of course, with the blue and the eel. And there's a lot of swirly waves in the back of the card. Okay, so speaking of lucky, we have, this is your counterpart's energy, your partner's energy. The rabbit spirit, now is a lucky time, okay? So we have 49, break into a 13, break into a 4. Okay, 4. So 4 to me is like getting stable, or the worker, I would say. Number 4. Now is a lucky time in reverse. So we will read the protection message for this person. So what kind of energy are they currently in right now? And this isn't even towards each other. This is just current energies as of now. Okay, so vulnerability is required of you now, even if you don't feel safe. So rabbits are very nervous. You know, they're very much hunted. That's why I do believe that they've reproduced so much, because, you know, they are a very sought after prey. So it's like saying, like, even if this person is scared, they still need to get over that fear, and be able to be vulnerable. Act as if you can trust that you will be okay, and soon you will see that you are okay. I'm feeling anxiety here. To create is to take risks. So at this fertile time, banish your fears and recognize the real security is in immersing yourself in the process of co-creation. It's time to admit that you don't really know how to deal with whatever is in front of you. This person could be a little bit stubborn, like they don't really actually like to admit when they need help. This is where curiosity and not knowing can be a wonderful state of mind. Maybe they just they're a little bit of control freaks, in a sense of like they need to know what's gonna happen next. They need to know so much that it kind of ruins it. Or like not even ruins it, but it's like they just don't admit it. Like they're like, oh yeah, I got it, even though there's some things that they don't. Like, it would be easier if they just allowed help. This is where curiosity and not knowing can be a wonderful state of mind, and also like just driving them crazy, not being able to see what's coming. Be playful now, admitting you are at the beginning of something. Come on out to frolic in the sun's nurturing light, because it is time to birth something new. Okay. So I feel like this person's feeling unlucky, like they just don't feel like this is the time. They just, they don't really want to be playful right now. They're just living in fear. It's a fear-based reality. They just don't feel safe right now. And Spirit's asking them to come out. They're working with them. They're telling them that co-creation is the key here, to finding abundance, literally to finding abundance and to luck. It's like it was saying, you know, like lying to yourself long enough, like saying it's all right, to the point where you realize it actually is all right. It's a little funny there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull some more energies for you guys. Current energies. This is Sailor Moon Crystal Tarot deck. It's only the trump cards. Found it on Amazon, link below. All right, the Hermit in reverse. Okay, so yeah, it's bring your ideas to life. I'm getting a lot of like coming out of your shell finally. Like I said, that zap, that quickness. Something in you woke up and you decided, hey, I need to get out of this hermit energy, and I really need to start sharing what I've learned, what kind of things I've learned. So that's Virgo energy. Also with Mercury here, I would say Gemini as well. So earth and air. So it's, yeah, like really like, okay, like I'm finally like walking on my own 2 feet here, and I know what I'm talking about. So coming out of that, coming out of the hermit mode. Then we have judgment. Ooh, okay. Judgment in your current energy. I'm just getting like you're beginning to live your life in a more highest good energy. You're beginning to really live your life with really conscious choices. Conscious choices that Spirit is recognizing. Like they really see this good nature in you, and I believe that is why you are so lucky. Number 6 is also the nurturer. So you know, you're just very naturally nurturing, and you're able to have these sparky ideas, and yes, you might have been in hermit mode for a while there, for a moment there, but it was only to like exceed your own potential. Like you're just working on yourself, I feel like, and so like this person may be really nervous, and it's like it's just not really syncing up to you. I do believe they're faced this way, like you guys are facing each other, but it's just like this person is not in their best potential, and that's where you're trying to get out of that like separation, that fear-based isolation, and you're trying to move forward, but this person seems a little bit stuck. So let's get a little more in judgment. So self-evaluation, awakening, yeah, just like that jolt of energy, renewal, composure, decisiveness, homesickness, snap judgments. So that could be a negative thing. Forgiveness. Okay, so you might be judging this person too harshly, and they've just kind of like you're really quick to judge something, and so it's made them very nervous to really talk to you. Like they just get too nervous. They just feel like it's unsafe, honestly. That's for some. So but it could also be that you're just stepping into this new state of clarity, composure, allows you to calmly evaluate yourself and your choices in order to make positive decisions. Yeah, like I said, like it's like towards the highest good, definitely, you know. And this is actually Pluto energy, Scorpio fixed energy. So forgive the past mistakes if you want the relationship to move forward. You may be able to breathe new life into a relationship that's falling flat with simple, open, and honest communication. It can also indicate that others are judging your relationship or talking about you and your partner behind your back. So that's not good. And maybe this person knows more than you do in that sense, and they are internalizing it, and it's coming out in fear, and it's kind of ruining opportunities for them. The best thing you can do in this instance is rise above it. It's really their issue, not yours. It could be a separation as well. So let's go ahead and grab their energies then. So this is your person's energies. So we have strength. Okay. So yeah, because of this fear, like they're really having to tune into their strength here and remember who they are. You know, there's just something here that doesn't feel safe to them. Something here that makes them want to retreat. Let me go back to... Yeah, like they just don't want to open up, and it's taking a lot of strength for them to get there to that point. It's going to take a lot too, definitely. Like they are building up this strength right now. I feel to take that risk, to banish all these fears that they've been collecting. And maybe it's because they are a little bit inspired by you, because of your ability to say, you know, other people might be judging me, but I'm making the judgment call for myself. I am deciding to go forward with my path of my highest good. I'm making my choices here. I am coming out of my isolation, and this person is going to be inspired and tune into the strength that they need to get through this pain. And also the devil. Okay, so feels like a shadowy energy, like a very much like just bottom of the deck kind of energy here. And we have Jupiter, which is Sagittarius and Pisces, but strength is the Leo card, so take that. It could be any of those. The devil is Capricorn energy. I believe this is more Capricorn energy based on the character. The devil, so they could also be indulging right now in something, a bit of indulgence, just because they're nervous, maybe self-medicating, I'm hearing. Maybe they have a lot of this anxiety, so they kind of just like, they do let it fester sometimes. They let it get the best of them, and that's why it's like they're trying to balance this out. They're trying to balance this out because they see you doing well. They're inspired by you. They're getting strength from you too. You might be even helping them and you don't even know it. Some kind of strength here that they're getting. And it's like this situation isn't as bad as they think it is. They just are letting it manifest over this slow period of time, and it's not healthy, it's not good for them. Feeling trapped, obsession, dependency, hopelessness, codependency. Yeah, getting over that because they don't want to be dragging you down, especially if you guys are in a relationship, it's really like committed. They don't want to be dragging you down, so it's like they have to tune into the strength if they really want you. Okay, so next up we're going to have the position that you two like to be in, something that may remind you of them. And we have Justice in reverse, okay. Justice in reverse, so maybe I'm hearing like you guys kind of like it, that it's like there could be something forbidden about it, or like to some, like it might hurt somebody, and so like to somebody it's not justice, and so you guys kind of like it that way, dangerous. But this is more for the position. So like the first deck, they also pulled a card that only had one person in it, so I will go ahead and pull and try to get an actual position card. Please, Spirit, can I please have a position card? And also it could just mean that they get off on their own. Maybe you or them, they get off on the thought of justice being served, justice being really, you know, brought to the table in this situation. Oh, what on earth? King of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, like I'm feeling like that, like instability kind of gets you guys off. Like you see, like being caught, like it's like a little bit forbidden here, but it's like, I don't know, like they're not turning around, they're just kind of like, whoa. Like, I don't know, I feel like this is definitely foreshadowing of like something is going to happen. I'm hearing public. Public, or just like doing it places you shouldn't. Or just like doing it even when you shouldn't. Okay, so this is how you are currently feeling about them. The Nine of Cups. Okay, like I just feel like almost there energy. And we also have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like you're going with the flow. You are like, look, if this happens, wonderful. If this doesn't happen, then oh well. Like, I just feel like you're really much tuned in. You're really tuned into the higher power here. So you just like, you trust and you let go. And it brings good things to you. So let's do the wheel first. Yeah, we're already here. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. What was once up will eventually find its way down. What was once lost and broken will eventually be found and given new life. The Wheel of Fortune is a reminder of the temporary nature of our physical existence. Things change, shift, and move. Nothing stays as it is forever. Time marches on whether we like it or not. Where you find yourself now may not be the same in the future. Acceptable or not, it won't last, so either enjoy the moment the wheel brings you or hold on to the hope that things won't always be this way if your situation is unacceptable. So it's like the peace of mind of knowing that things will always change, but also the panic of knowing things will change. It's just like, it's more of like an acceptance, and so like you just kind of accept that in this situation, they are, maybe you see them as fear-based and you see them kind of unbalanced right now because, you know, with this reversed hanging over this, it's more negative than it is positive. So you're definitely like, well, like, c'est la vie. Like, like whatever happens is going to happen. Like I'm not going to, I feel like, change because of it. I'm not going to panic because of it. Like I'm just going to keep my electric eel, energy, and I'm going to judge. I'm going to make those clear decisions with a clear-headed mind, with a clear mind, not clear-headed mind, that makes no sense. Clear mind. Okay, and so then we'll go into the Nine of Cups, which I remember reading. It's like she's a sea witch, and she's here creating these cups of like abundance, I believe, and she's going to be deciding who it is that she will want to give these cups to. It's very, very nice. So, Nine of Cups. If the sea witch has blessed you with one of her cups, congratulations. Only one who is filled with gratitude and has an open heart. Like that's just who you are. You are grateful for your life, and you have this open heart that is ready to come out. Only the person who sees others' success as their own will be able to create true success for themselves. And that's why I feel like you're such a like go with the flow type of person, because it's like you understand that life is constantly moving, and that sometimes people are going to be down, sometimes they're going to be up, but just like loving and accepting them unconditionally, that's what makes you so wonderful, because you see that in helping them and giving them success and guidance and sharing that, like you understand that like we all ascend together because we are all connected, and if they're doing good, then you're doing good, and it's just an understanding of that as a whole society. I'm not saying you should go out there and help every fucking person. I mean, you do your best if you can, but it's more of like being able to be happy for people, not letting jealousy get in the way too. It's just like pure intention. So it takes someone special to see that when others do well, we all do well. Zia just went off on a whole rant, and they put it so simply. To see that blessings grow when they are honored, and to be humble enough to accept the gifts that now come their way. Yeah, it's like accepting abundance, accepting the highest good, really being tapped in here. Let's see, what else? So wishes coming true, realizing dreams, happiness, cheerful. And I feel like this is because of you, though. Like you brought these ideas to life. You've opened your heart, you've opened your mind, you've done this work. You deserve this cup. So don't be feeling like it's just some wish granted. It's not just some like bibbity bobbity boo shit. It's like you actually got down to the nitty gritty, and you worked hard. And now this judgment card is here, and it's like you are being judged, baby, and you're doing fucking fabulous. Yeah, just happiness, fulfillment, positivity, optimism, and that's why it's so hard for you to see this person and this fear-based thinking, because I feel like for this person you have, like, they're your wish come true. You feel like they could be the key to your happiness, but at the same time you're keeping this wheel of fortune, like, but whatever happens, like, you know in your heart and your mind, like, this is the person that you want to be with, but you see that they're not balanced right now. So it's all going to be working out for you. Especially you're going to be rewarded for just trusting spirit, for being this good person. Abundance, satisfaction, prosperity, achievements, rewards, confidence, high self-esteem, triumph, celebrating, entertaining, fame, acclaim, recognition, pleasure, sex, sensuality, pampering. So yeah, it's just a great omen. You're in a good place. You should be feeling happy. Plenty of romance. Like, this is what you would love to give to this person if they were balanced. I feel like you have these 9 of Cups, and you're just like, well, whatever happens. Whatever happens. Like, because you're just so good like that. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull their energy. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the High Priestess. Okay. Right under the Devil too. So this is how they feel about you. So I feel like they're trying to trust their intuition, but they're still holding back their offer. And they may just feel like they don't have enough funds right now, I'm hearing too. So, all children have the potential to be pouty, bored, and lacking in motivation to play. Right now, you don't see the point in doing anything just for the fun of it. Nothing seems to pick your interest enough to get you off the couch. It's not that you are afraid you won't be able to, well, it might be that you are afraid that you won't be able to create what you want, but that you think you are somehow beyond this stage. That devil, that ego, maybe. Okay. All right. But that you think you're not. Don't allow your mistaken sense of progression let you miss the perfect conditions that now provide you with the means to learn something new and create something you never thought possible. Yeah, missing an opportunity because of not taking that risk, because of this ego devil energy, or maybe it's just literally fears whispering in your head. I need more than this, honestly. Lack of goals, lacking common sense, irresponsible. Yeah, this person's just really unbalanced. I'm hearing they're on their way. Like, there's this strength here. There's like this perseverance. There's this strong will, but it's just clouded with this indulgence, this ego, this lack of goals, no follow through, just really immature, really immature, rebellious, underachiever, procrastination, not taking advantage of risks. I mean, of opportunities. See, I'm trying to spit out what I'm thinking. And that's why you're over here just like, yeah, like, I love you, but like, you see all this because you're a really clear-minded person. You've really come a long way too, I'm hearing. It takes a long time to get to the Nine of Cups. And this person's just too immature. They're just too immature, but like, they just never follow through with you. They never... Disloyalty, unfaithfulness as well. There is also a sense of boredom or frustration indicated with this card, so you may need to put some work in making the relationship fun again. Like, they just don't see the worth in putting their pentacle in it, but at the same time, there's this High Priestess energy here, and it's like, they want to trust their intuition, but it's like, you see this devil right over them. You see, I mean, it's just right over them, and along with the moon here. When the High Priestess shows up in your reading, you are assured the universe knows all your thoughts, feelings, dreams, goals, and fears. I feel like they feel that way about you. Like they feel like you can just read them. There's no hiding the truth from her, for she only deals with the energy of your soul. Don't expect her to tell you anything at all, however. She may see all, but she knows experience speaks louder than words. Yeah, that's beautiful energy. It's Pisces energy. Cancer, I believe. Nine of Cups, more water, Page of Pentacles. So yeah, High Priestess. So yeah. So yeah, we have the High Priestess here. A lot of moon energy. Getting Cancer, Pisces. Let's see. When the High Priestess shows up in your reading, you can be assured the universe knows all your thoughts, feelings, dreams, goals, and fears. And I was saying before, I just feel like that's how they feel about you. Like they feel like you can just read them, you can just sense them. Like you look past everything. Like you just you reach them somehow, and no other way other people can reach them. There is no hiding the truth from her, for she only deals with the energy of your soul. Don't expect her to tell you anything at all, however. She may see all, but she knows experience speaks louder than words. So yeah, this is somebody who, they see you as a person who appreciates action a lot more than words. So they really want to, I feel like, prove to you, the strength is just calling out to me, they really want to prove to you that they can become at least the Page of Pentacles, before coming forward. So desirability, unattainability, so they could see you in that way, they're never going to get you, or maybe they're just being immature and they're like, you're never going to get me, even. Spirituality, thirst for knowledge, mystery, subconscious, higher power. So that's how they see you, I'm feeling. So it usually signifies you will become infatuated with an attractive, feminine, sensual person who may be unattainable to you. And that's what I was getting with this right here. There's something forbidden possibly about it. Something that is unattainable. And that's what kind of makes it exciting sometimes. The Justice in reverse. The struggle of it all. Getting to that justice is going to take a lot. Okay, so I have no idea what time we're at, but let's go ahead and jump into the angels. Ooh, okay. So these are messages from Spirit on how Spirit sees this connection. And it's also how does Spirit want you to see this connection as well? So first we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth experiencing. So not even they are real. You're right to have this Nine of Cups. They're right to see you in this light. But more so than that, what sticks out to me is they're worth experiencing. So it's coming to this realization, this epiphany possibly, that you don't come across romantic feelings like this very often. So this Nine of Cups, like, it doesn't come from nowhere. It's just, you know that this person isn't really balanced in this time. Pay attention to the red flags. Definitely, the signs are cautioning you. So it's like, yes, you have this love for them, but the Judgment card, the Wheel of Fortune, it's just saying right now, it's better to let this thing flow, to let this person get better on their own before coming forward to you. I feel like they're asking you to be patient, to be cautious. Don't just go diving forward into things because you're feeling lucky. It's not going to pan out well, I believe. And last but not least, we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So yeah, and this is falling right over the Page of Pentacles. So they may just be too immature right now to really come forward and face themselves, or even admit that they may not feel the same way as you do, but more so just because it's more on this side. I know I don't have a lot of space, but they have to learn how to love themselves first, definitely. And maybe sometimes it is better to just carry on and move on. Maybe, you put a lot of work and effort into this, but some kind of judgment came down upon you and made you realize, had this moment of realization that this might not even be worth it. Pay attention to the red flags and unrequited love. The signs are cautioning you. Yes, you have romantic feelings, but that doesn't always mean that this relationship is healthy for you. So just please be careful. Please, if there is some kind of forbiddenness about this relationship, don't let it get you excited, because that shouldn't be something to be excited about. It's not something to be excited about. So we're going to go ahead and pull some messages from this Lover's Oracle deck. These are things that they can't say aloud to you. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And I'm getting that a lot with this Wheel of Fortune. Just by releasing, just by letting go, putting this Wheel of Fortune energy, feeling this way towards them, letting go and saying, look, wherever the wheel lands, that's where it lands, accepting it, that will give them the space and hopefully the time to heal and to become better. And maybe they will end up returning back and finding you again. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply gives. Maybe there was a time they felt a little suffocated, or like you were being overbearing for some reason, and they can't really say that out loud because they probably know it would hurt your feelings. So, but they need their space at the same time, especially in this moment. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Yes, once again, like, they know they have a lot of things to work on, so like they don't need you to be reiterating that and hurting them even further. by criticizing them. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Yeah, just like full acceptance. Like they're going to need full acceptance. Like, you know, maybe they've done things in the past that they aren't really proud of. Maybe they have some kind of addictions, I'm hearing as well. Drinking problem, smoking problem, whatever problem. And that's what's kind of caused them to be a complete immature mess. And yeah, like I'm going back to like, you know, they might think that this relationship isn't that fun anymore. So that's why you also have to tune into this like serendipitous energy. That's why you have to become this electric eel, because it will make you even more attracted to this person by giving them space, by accepting them, by accepting the situation. And last but not least, secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. I'm not sure where to put this. Yeah, so I feel like with that ego, like they just can't say it because they might be a little bit like in their head, big-headed. Yes, someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. It's just conflicting so much with this unrequited love card. Like, it's just making me so curious. Like, it's like maybe they didn't love you in the past. Maybe they know that. No, that couldn't. I feel like it's more of like a wonder if they love you as much as you love them. Like, you already have this 9 of Cups, and they're over here playing games, you know? They're over here, and they know that you see right through them. I just feel like they're really scared. They're really scared of being criticized and not accepted by you. So they just go ahead and say, she doesn't love me, she's not going to love me. But it's not even about loving each other, because I feel like that's just kind of there already. Romantic feelings, secret admirer now, let there be closeness. I mean, you know, you do feel this way, but you both understand that this right now is actually about self-love and about taking care of yourself before you guys can come together. The spaces will be there, and then the space will be filled with your abundance once you both go out and get it. Okay, so that has been pile number 3. Thank you so much for listening. I do hope that you leave a comment down below. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 4. So if you pick pile number 4, we have the number 17. Break it into an 8. That is the path to me of financial abundance, stability. The fish is the emblem of riches through stocks, but if distant, it foretells failure and disaster. So I feel like if you do have a relationship here that for some reason you feel very abundant in, you feel very much like you have the riches that you need when you're around this person, like they make you think very logically. But if distant foretells failure and disaster, yeah, but you just feel like things go wrong when they're not around. Okay, so these are some messages. We will save those for the ending. So first things first, let's go ahead and pull your current energies. So your current energy is the Beaver spirit in reverse. Lay a solid foundation, the number 6. Okay, let's get a closer look at this. A lot of earth energy, a lot of green. The beaver is building his dam. Number 6. So protection message. Beaver spirit has come to warn you to check for rotten wood in the foundations of your dreams. Perhaps you built your hopes on faulty promises or wishful thinking that something could maybe work out just because you wanted it to. Maybe you made choices from a place of unworthiness, hoping that once you got what you desired, it would somehow change you and make everything better. And you had to face the truth that it didn't. Or Beaver spirit may be telling you it's time to accept things as they are and perhaps consider abandoning the project, relationship, or situation so you can make room for something better. And this is just current energies. This isn't even energies that you are feeling currently towards this person or in the relationship. This is simply just your current energies. So this could really be anything that is just kind of crumbling before your eyes, even though you didn't expect it to. It's rotten wood. It just might be better to just not use it. It might be better to walk away. Perhaps you need to go back and rebuild a solid foundation because what you desire may not be in alignment with what your soul intends. So there could have been some kind of relationship here that was built on some other kind of foundation. For example, like maybe it was built on just like a lustful foundation. And for some reason, it's like Spirit's telling you, hey, like, if you do want these things to work out, it's like it has to come from more of a steadier foundation, maybe something more mentally based or something more, I don't want to say challenging, something more spiritual, more so than mental. Beaver spirit says that you can get busy and build something fresh and new if the desire is true. All manners of miracles can spring up from a new strong foundation when you remember your partnership with Spirit. So it's like Spirit will get you what you want, but it's like you have to make sure that you're putting in the work first before you're just snapping your fingers and saying, hey, where is it? Be clear about what you're building and why, choosing from a place of worthiness, well-being, and wholeness. Self-understanding and acceptance will provide you with a solid blueprint to begin again. Get busy now. Beaver Spirit says this is not a time to procrastinate, but a time to start building again, always mindful of foundation you are laying, trusting that Spirit is co-creating with you. So you could be in the process of losing something and just starting from ground zero, starting from nothing, but you actually see the value in doing so because you're looking at this as a second chance instead of just like a failure or being frustrated with the situation. Like you're actually looking at it in a better light. You're saying, okay, it's time to get to work because the steady foundation wasn't there the first time. So now that I've learned my lesson, now I'm going to get it right, which is actually one of the songs that played while I was waiting for both my phone to charge and just getting into your energy. Get it right. It was actually the Glee version. The Glee version. Okay, so your person has the Canary spirit, the sing your own song, the number 3, very creative energy. So this person is really tuning into their authentic voice, expressing what's in their heart. They are learning how to let their light shine, their inner light shine. And they sing to remember joy and to support others as they sing their own song. Like their words can be very inspiring to other people, maybe healing even. So now's the time to let the world know. So they're finally kind of revealing themselves to the world. they're finally feeling free to be themselves. They can really express what it is, their deepest desires. The world wants to hear your song. So yeah, and especially in a relationship, like they just really want to be their true, authentic self, because they know that that's the only way that they're gonna find harmony and joy. They understand that they can work together better with people when they really are in alignment with who they truly are in their heart. They understand that. So I feel like you're getting to work here. They're learning how to be themselves in the current energy. So let's go ahead and pull a few more for current energies. So this is the Sailor Moon Crystal deck. You can find all of my decks down in the description if you are curious about them. So let's go ahead and grab yours. So we have the Tower. So something here is changing. Something here is changing for you. You could be changing in general. Maybe a situation changed for you. Some kind of transformation is taking place. I am getting, like, since this is paired with Ray, she's an Aries, it's kind of one that you weren't really expecting, you weren't really wanting, this Tower moment. It could be really bad for you. It could be like a secret coming out, some kind of negative thing happening here. It could even be having to do with this person being their true selves. Maybe that change is really like unsettling to you because it's like you didn't really know this person's true self at the time. And it could just also be, like I said, there wasn't a strong foundation before, and you see that and you understand that, and maybe things happen too quickly, so you understand that the Tower has to come crashing down. It has to come crashing down in order for you to make amends, to start over, to really build that really super strong foundation that you want. So you could either be really accepting, or it could just be something way out of left field and you're just like, whoa, and like you handle it more with this fiery, like, oh shit energy. And then we have the Empress in reversed. So it's kind of like the opposite of the Empress, which is like they're very nurturing, they're very caring, they're the mother, and so you might not be tuned into this motherly energy here. You might be being a little, I don't want to say rude, but you just might be not acting so warmly. Let's go ahead and get some more messages. Insecurity, infertility, lack of confidence, lack of growth, overbearing tendencies, disharmony, and negligence. Okay, so because of this change, because of all this change coming into your life, you might not know how to handle it. You might become a little unstable in a sense of letting your emotions kind of fly off the handle because you're frustrated that maybe you are really frustrated that this whole first foundation that was really shaky, it came tumbling down. So that could be really upsetting for you. And then the fact that this person is like also kind of changing to you because they've always been this way. It's just a matter of like really becoming comfortable enough to finally share and accept themselves. It could be really upsetting for you, and it could take a toll on your confidence as well, just seeing them come into this light and not really being able to not really agree with them, but like you're not really on the same terms because you're putting in all this work because some shit happened, something came crashing down, something changed. Something changed here, shook up your confidence. It made you really insecure all over again, a little bit overbearing as well. That you will have many, so indication you could have many potential partners pursuing you, but you may not necessarily be putting out to the world the person you really are. So maybe a little bit of mirroring here. Don't try to be someone you're not just to gain other people's approval, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. So maybe this person changed, or like not changed, but they started revealing what they truly desired, and maybe it's like it's just not in alignment with who you really are. It's just not in, you know, you're trying to kind of make it fit here where it's not. It could possibly just be that, you know, you're a beaver, they're a bird kind of deal, you know, different breeds, not even breeds, just different, and it's not really, you know, there's just expectations you couldn't live up to. Indicate you're not expressing your true emotions and suppressing them, just to try to keep your relationship in balance. Maybe you fear rejection or a negative reaction. If you're honest with your partner about how you feel, you need to take time to figure out why you're suppressing your emotions. Be mindful of becoming overbearing to those around you, as you may have this tendency at the moment. Wow, yeah. Just like putting in all this work, and you're starting over, and then this person's over here like singing a lot, you know, singing a whole new tune, and you're just like, oh, wait, hold on. And it's just a lot for you. It's almost like too much. All right, sorry about that, guys. My music died. Actually, I didn't even put it on. I'm so tired. I apologize. Okay, let's get back into it. So some crazy change. You might not be handling it very well. So let's go ahead and get into their energy. What's their energy to match? Temperance. Temperance and the Lover. Lover is in reverse. Well, the Lover in this deck. The Lover. So this person might be okay on their own. Temperance. I'm feeling like Temperance here is like, you know, Spirit has their back. They're finally feeling comfortable with themselves. There is some kind of not unbalance here. It's a little confusing because it's the Lover instead of the Lovers. So that like it's hard to feel like the Lovers, what's in reverse for the Lovers is going to be the exact same. Temperance. And Pluto, which is such a Scorpio. Temperance, I believe, is Sag. Balance, peace, patience, moderation, inner calm, perspective, tranquility, harmonious relationships, soulmates. It's funny because it's like this card, when it's in reverse, it usually is like a huge imbalance. Something's not balanced. And then this card is like the card of balance. So it's like, like it's very balanced still, because with every, you know, balance comes the imbalance. So it's like I'm just seeing this yin and yang swirling together here. This light, this dark. this light and then this dark, you know, very much just kind of mirroring each other. Like, yes, I can have my lover, flirty side to me, as well as I can be balanced and control myself. And it's also just very harmonious, just like really much like this person is someone who can release and just like be there in the present. Like they don't have to, like, you know that it'll be resolved. They're having some kind of divine guidance here. I'm not sure if it's towards you or if it's just like about themselves, about singing their own songs, about being true to themselves. It could be. But the Lovers, let's just go ahead. Let's just see. We got Mina, she's Libra energy, which the Lovers is actually Gemini energy. So distrust, harmony, trust issues. Boy. Imbalance, lack of accountability, disunion, detachment. I'm just seeing like a bird flying away, just like maybe they left you recently, maybe they're just taking a break, maybe they're just literally just focusing on themselves right now and they just really feel like they don't have the time. So it can indicate that while the sexual aspect of things is still great, you and your partner may not be on the same page in other areas, important areas, which you realize with this lack of foundation, you actually see coming, you actually understand. So it can be a signifier that one partner is more emotionally invested in the relationship. Fear or trust issues could be stopping you from jumping in fully. Which is necessary for the relationship to flourish. You may have different goals, values, or hopes for the future. Like I was saying earlier, it's like you guys are just different. It's like this is a bird, they need to fly. You're a beaver, like you have to be on land. It's just a matter, it's just facts, like this. The environment can't be the same because you're not the same people. The relationship may have started off with you both feeling connected on many levels, but you don't feel as close as you used to. Look to supporting card, for root cause. So if we're looking at supporting, we have Temperance here. So it's like them finding their own balance, their own truth, which might have been that they had to leave you behind. And vice versa. Maybe even you figured it out. Maybe you had this tower moment and you had to leave them behind. And so, it forced them to become more in tune to themselves because you guys like pushed away from this codependency energy and you found strength within yourself, but you're still kind of struggling. I feel like you're still struggling to get away from, like, you're just upset because of this foundation. Like, I feel like you put so much work into it. It really hurt you with the Empress. The Empress is such a powerful person of like emotions and like very powerful emotions and so when it's in reverse, it's just like this like uncontrollable emotions, unbalanced suppressed emotions. Whatever the reason, these differences need to be resolved if the relationship is to survive. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull. The next card is going to be, it's from the Sexual Tarot. So it's the position that you guys like to do, or just remind each other of each other. Ay. Okay, so I'm getting a little kind of bondage-ish energy because of two things. Like, she is like burning her finger right here. She like, so maybe candle wax, but like just like getting messy. I feel like it really turns both of you on. Lingerie definitely, but just like getting really messy and dirty, and like that's the shit that really turns you on. The arms wrapped around, kind of tangled in the hair. After a few drinks too, you know, just really kind of dirty. Like as I was saying, like, you know, the sexual aspect may be doing wonderful despite maybe some other aspects that aren't doing as well. Like maybe this transformation, this change that you both are undergoing, it's just not tuning in well with each other. But it's like the canary is realizing, you know, they can sing with others well. It is good to be able to co-create, but the, you know, with all this struggling that's going on here, that's gonna make it a bit hard. So let's go ahead and do, how are you feeling about this person? How are you feeling about this person currently? The Star. Okay, so this is your wish come true. You see them as, they could be an Aquarius. You just see them as your wish fulfillment. I feel like you if this is something that is crumbling, it's just really hard for you because you just saw them as your whole dream at one time or another. Let's go ahead and read from the book. Okay. That big dream, wish, or goal, the one that scares you so much that you won't even allow yourself to think about it for longer than a second, is screaming at the top of its lungs. Your heart is talking to the universe, and the dream weaver is listening. Sometimes our biggest and scariest dreams, wishes, and goals are part of our karmic journey. It could be a karmic relationship, something that's just like you're clearing out karma from a past life, and it's just here, and then you guys have to learn these lessons from each other here on this lifetime. They will come to pass whether we believe or deserve them or not. Now is one of those times. Your heart is setting the course of your next adventure, and the dream weaver has called its call. I feel like you pray for this to work out a lot. I feel like you understand the power of prayer and words and spoken words and manifesting and bringing things into your reality. So you are attempting in a sense of this, like when it comes to this person, like, you know, you try to manifest them, you dream for them. Like it says your heart is like screaming at the top of its lungs. All right. Other card is the King of Wands. Great, fabulous, fiery energy. You want to get started. You really want to, I don't know, I feel like fix this. I really feel this strong desire to not let this crumble. The King of Wands reminds us that power comes with great responsibility, and that your place at the top is only as firm as your dedication to lead with commitment and honor, going back to lay a solid foundation. Beaver is saying, get to work. King of Wands is saying, get to work. You cannot wear the crown unless you've earned it. Unless you've become the fucking king. And you can't just blink or wake up or have some kind of sudden realization like that. No, it has to be based out of hard work. He understands that his strength is not just for him alone, but for all who fall under his protection and guidance. Being a leader is not easy, and being one with great power is even harder still. However, despite his serious nature and commitment to the betterment of his realm, he will also act instantly and without hesitation. The King of Wands is a doer, not a dreamer, and his boundless energy serves his duties well, which is a beautiful combination paired with the Star card, because here it's like you can be both. You can be both the dreamer and the doer as well. Especially when it comes to this person, like you're willing to go to other realms mentally, you know, like to call out for them, to dream for them, but at the same time you're also a doer, so you're going to do and take actions here in this plane as well, this realm, to move towards your goals. Let's go ahead and grab few more energies for the King of Wands, because I know there's a lot. So we have energetic, experience, optimistic, confidence, strong, friendly, funny, charming, way with words, fearless, free thinking, motivated, proud, passionate, honest, loyal, lenient, dependable, protective, natural born leader, self-centered, controlling, hot-tempered, taking control, daring to be different. So, let's see. So, your person, like, could be attracted to somebody who's really independent, so it's also making you get to work in that sense. Strong and do not restrict freedom. Yeah, like freedom is really important to them, especially with this bird card here. You know, birds are often caged in, and so freedom is a really huge, important deal for them. So if the King of Wands feels emotionally overwhelmed, he will emotionally cut off quite suddenly and run for the hills. So they have just warm, protective feelings for you. They want to be the king in your life, I'm hearing. Like, that's just their dream. So especially under this tower, it's like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to rebuild this, even if I have to do it from the ground up. So let's go ahead and get their energy. The 10 of Wands. Very heavy here. I feel like they're okay with it being the end. And the Lovers, okay. The Lovers upright. Wow. As I'm saying, like, they're okay with it being over. The Lovers. Like, okay, sure. Sure they are. So it could be kind of like, okay, so close yet so far away. Here is where a lot of people give in. Here is the better image of it. Lay their weary bodies down and let it all go. Right now you may be second guessing yourself and wondering how you ever allowed yourself to get into this state to begin with. Just remember that this is not the beginning. Things are ending. But how will you end this energy is totally up to you. Will it be in failure, or will you suck it up and get the job done? So maybe they are struggling to release you, and like they feel this pull to you still. So close yet so far away. And they're just wondering, like, how did I even get in this situation? How did I even get to this level of like needing to walk away? And I'm going to tell you right now, this is like one of the only lovers cards that I have that, well, and this one, I guess. Isn't that funny? Like the two lovers cards that I have, it's about themselves, and like the lover, it's literally the lover. And then we have here the lovers, and this card is all about self-love here. They're looking in a mirror. They're envisioning their perfect life. They see more for themselves here. And I want to grab the Ten of Wands, a little more descriptions. And this is about like a mermaid who works like in the volcanic caves, and it's like hot and blistering, and it's just like there's smoke everywhere, so it's hard to breathe. Like I just feel like this person felt a little like where it said you were overbearing. Like I feel like I'm sorry to say, but they felt suffocated in a sense, like they couldn't breathe in this relationship. The heaviness of the wands combined with the need to breathe deeper than normal taxes the mermaid's body. It takes tremendous strength and stamina for her to complete her tasks day in and day out, yet complete them she must, for her job will not be complete until she's finished what she started. Overburdened, overloaded, responsibility, stress, problems, weight on shoulders, duty, drudgery. And this could just be as simply like they have to sing their own song, they have to do their own work, they are burnout, taken for granted, taking on too much, delays, resistance, lost your way, lost focus, major challenges, lack of fun, keep going. So you may feel as though your partner takes you for granted, so they could feel like this is just too heavy on their back. This is starting to become a burden. The sex is great, but at the end of the day, like, what am I gonna need to make myself happy? That's what they're thinking. So they feel like they might be carrying the weight of the relationship while the partner takes a back seat, and they may feel saddled with all the stress and responsibility of the relationship. Indicates that the fun and spontaneity has gone out of the relationship and has been replaced by duty and obligation, making every day an uphill struggle. So nobody wants to feel like that in a relationship, and I feel like that's why they had to walk away, or maybe you walked away and they just had to they just like finally kind of came into their own power of like singing your own song. Like they're like, okay, well, what about my voice here? What about my needs? Like I deserve to be happy just as much as them. Oops. Okay. So the lovers speaks of two energies, two pieces coming together to journey. It is reconciliation of opposites for a more cohesive experience, which they're opposites, so reconciliation. So yeah, maybe you will still be friends, maybe there's still some like connection there, maybe you're still sleeping together, maybe you see each other in each other, so it's just like you have to forgive each other, because it's like it kind of feels like you're not forgiving yourself. This is the card of Gemini, the twin energies of the self as represented by our mermaid. Is she seeing the other part of who she is, or is she seeing who she wishes to be? This is one of the many questions the lovers raises. Do you know what your other half even looks like? And I'm just feeling that Tower moment of like, do you even know what what their true feelings, what their true what their heart is trying to tell them. It's like feeling like it was repressed possibly, and so they felt like a caged bird. Can you even identify the energy that surrounds your vibrational self, the self not tainted with ego? Yeah, like ego nowadays is such a brainwashing thing. It can really blindside you in a sense of you're not even seeing your true self because of this ego. Making time to get to know yourself is important. Making time to love and honor yourself is part of setting the foundation for all the relationships that come next. Yes, like they understand that they have to love themselves before they can truly commit 100% is what I'm hearing. But also the foundation, like they knew that maybe that foundation wasn't steady, and that's why they had to get out of Dodge, because of that rotten wood. And so that's why it's so important for this new foundation to be laid before anything can even re-emerge, I'm hearing. Okay, so my loves, now, last but not least, we are going to do, second to last, we're going to do our guidance angels. I can't remember what these cards are called. But this is how Spirit sees the relationship, as well as how they want you to see it. This could be the one in reverse. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. I don't know where to place this. This could be the one. Yeah. I just feel like you're getting too wrapped up in this being your wish come true here with the Star card. That is kind of making you a little bit bullheaded in a sense of like, this could be the one, like, you know, you're very set on this person, and it's not really fair to them because they're in this cage bird energy, and they just want to learn how to love themselves. They just want to learn how to have this temperance in their life. They want to stop feeling burdened. You know, they seem to be a person who, like, especially in this relationship, maybe took on a lot of the responsibility part, and so it ended up being, that's why the foundation was not really steady, because it wasn't 2 cups, it was only maybe like 1 cup and then maybe a quarter, you know, and it's like something wasn't balanced, and so it's like that stubbornness of this could be the one, like, you know, you have to keep an open mind. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Definitely. If there is some kind of change, or if this is some kind of realization for them, and they really come into this newfound energy of like finding who they really are, if you really get to know them all over again, start that new foundation, start from the ground up if you have to. You know, if you have this dream and this wish and this passion to move forward, and it's laying over here over the card, the sex card, I'm calling it, I'm so tired, I'm sorry, getting to know each other, then I don't know, I feel like you can get to know each other deeper than the sexual level if you really have that goal in mind. That's all it takes, is to have that goal in mind. Okay, so I'm placing the next card here, and that is new love in reverse. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So with this, I'm feeling like it is very hard for either one of you or both of you to start new love or to find new love, it is very hard for you to open up and start all over. And that's what makes you so nervous, so maybe codependent to each other. Maybe this overburdened, caged energy. New love in reverse. And it could just be speaking of, Spirit is saying it might be unlikely that there is going to be new love created from this. But it's like you have to be okay with that, because this Empress in reverse needs to be flipped around. The Beaver spirit needs to be flipped around. You need to get to work, and you need to be kind and not repressing emotions in that time as well. I kind of want to pull one more. I know I'm like literally running on low battery right now, but we're gonna be a-okay. 4%, guys. Let's see if we can do it. I'm so tired too. I just did all these readings back to back. I work a lot as well. Okay. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Yep, that is definitely what I was getting. It's just, I don't know where to put this. Codependency, and we'll go ahead and pull one more. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. It is safe for you to love. So it's like learning that, yes, like on your side, yes, it's okay that this fell apart. It's still okay to love. You don't have to close yourself off completely from love just because of this codependency, just because of this like disappointing, like this could be the one, and then being let down energy. But also like a reminder that this person deserves love as well. It is safe for you to love. Like, let them know that if they have changed, or if they're finally saying some truths that you didn't even know about, and that could possibly be upsetting to you and cause you this whole inner turmoil, that it is safe for them to love. It is safe for them to be vulnerable with you. It is safe for them to be honest. You know, be a love-based receiving, on the love-based receiving end rather than the other one. Okay, let's try to get through these. Forgiveness. So these are, I'm so sorry, I didn't even say what it was for. These are messages from your person that they want to say out loud, but they can't say out loud for some reason. So forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events. For life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And I feel like this person knows this. They understand this, and this is why they've had this change and this temperance, and it's brought abundance and love into their life, or like at least self-love, freedom from this cage, because they created and envisioned their reality, and they let go of the past. They let go of it. They moved on, and I think so should you. And they want you to see that life can be so abundant with forgiveness. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So this is something they wish they could tell you, but they can't. So they're trying to say that I feel like if you died, they would have a lot of memories. I want to cry right now too. Oh God. Okay, like they would be very upset, and like they just want you to know like that you do mean a lot to them. And that they understand how precious this life is. Okay, and last message, wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. And so that just goes into getting to know each other, it is okay to start all over sometimes, especially when some truths get out, especially when some things needed to be adjusted, because it's better to be honest and to get it all out than the latter, than to not, I mean. Okay, we did it. We made it through this. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you join me next time. Love only, please. Comments below if you felt like something resonated with you. Yes, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.